Okay.
So it says, ethicists. Some would ban cloning on the grounds that clones would be sub-people, existing to indulge the vanity of their originals. Okay, so that this is saying, this is an opinion of others, right? That some people would ban cloning because it would just be like a sub person of that person, and they existing, so the clones would be existing just to indulge in the vanity of like who they are cloned of. It is not illegal, however, to use one person as a vehicle for the ambitions of another. So it's telling us like it's not actually illegal to use someone to like get farther, for someone else to use someone to get farther ahead. Some people push their children to achieve in academics or athletics. You do not have to be born in a test tube to be an extension of someone else's ego. All right, so the assertion that it is not illegal to use one person as a vehicle for another's ambition is used in the ethicist argument in which of the following ways? What is our conclusion here?
You know, at first I was going to say it is not illegal, but the last sentence is also drawing me in. So if I were to use the because test,
Okay, let's try that.
you do not have to be born in a test tube to be an extension of someone else's ego because it is not illegal. That sounds about right, but let me try it the other way around.
Okay.
It is not illegal because you do not have to be born. They sound very alike.
Okay,
You do not.
it is not illegal. I think that's easier to accept as a fact, right?
Oh yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah,
I guess
but
I'm too much.
yeah, like it is not a, yeah, you're overthinking. Like it is not illegal. Like that would be really like it either is legal or it's not. It's either illegal or illegal, right? Like it's not like he's not trying to prove that it's illegal, right? Is this
Yeah.
sometimes don't be afraid to like use common sense when you get stuck sometimes too and be like, okay, what is this ethicist trying to prove?
Mhm.
And so yeah, our conclusion is you do not have to be born in a test tube to be an extension of someone else's ego, but
Mhm.
really but I kind of would take this a step farther and be like our conclusion really is like this is like that he doesn't want that he doesn't think that this reasoning for banning clothing is enough, right?
Mhm.
All right, so now we have to find our part of our sentence. So it says the assertion that it is not illegal to use one another as a vehicle for another's ambitions. So what is that in relation to the conclusion?
Um. Support.
Support. Excellent. We're using this to support our conclusion. So A says it supports the ethicist view that society does not value individuality as much as many opponents of clothing thinks it does.
No.
No, like it doesn't support the ethicist. Like, does the ethicist view even that society does not value individuality? Like,
Right. Yeah.
no. Right. B says it supports the conclusion that forcing children to pursue academic success is not objectionable.
Mm-mm.
Is this our conclusion?
It supports. No. And
No.
that's to point out too. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
not
I'm
even
glad you're
a
pointing this
conclusion.
out. Right. So even if it does support, because it's like it's half right, half wrong. So it's
Yeah,
good to
it's
know
not.
that.
Yeah, if it's half wrong, it's wrong. Excellent. It is implied by the ethicist conviction that clones are not sub people.
Conviction. I don't know.
That clones are not sub. Like, does the ethicist think that the clones are not sub people? Do we even know that?
Right. It says some would ban cloning on the grounds that clones would be sub people.
Like,
Not.
but do we know if the ethicist thinks that they're sub people or not?
Oh no.
No. All right, D, it supports the ethicist view that vanities being the motivation for cloning is not enough of a reason to ban cloning. So does it support the ethicist conclusion?
If vanity's being motivation for cloning is not enough reason to ban cloning. He doesn't have to be born in a test. I'm gonna have to say yes.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard because whenever like what our conclusion, like we don't have like a really solid like, oh, this sentence is our conclusion, but really what we're saying is like this reasoning here is not enough because you do not have to be born in a test tube to be an extension of someone else. Really what this whole thing is trying to say is their reasoning for banning is not a good enough reason, right? And it absolutely does support the ethicist view that vanities being the motivation for cloning is not enough of a reason to ban cloning because of all of this. And then E says it describes a legal position that the ethicist argues should be changed. Is the ethicist arguing that this legal position should be changed?
No.
No. And so you were absolutely right by picking D.
Yay.
Great job.
Thank you.
All right.